is this the first theft the Mazda truck was stolen? Has it been recovered, or is it gone and parted out by now?
The Maserati was stolen. It's not been recovered, and it's not the first theft. My wife's grandfather's toolbox got ripped off
Oh, no.
out the back of a roadkill truck early on, probably like the second season of Roadkill, got ripped off. But no, we were filming with the Maserati. Once again, we're trying to make the Maserati run tens, and that involved installing a tunnel ram for no good reason other than it looked cool. That involved two nitrous plates instead of the one we had before, rebuilding the transaxle, going to a drag strip, and failing. And so we're all done. We've got a busted transaxle again. We've got an engine that's hydraulic with coolant inside of it. Shoots over, truck's on a trailer, headed back to Los Angeles. And on the way there, one of our guys that works with us was tired. So he pulls over in Blythe, California, stops at I think a Hampton Inn, parks the rig, goes to bed, comes out. Somebody's pushed our broken truck off the trailer and taken it somewhere. God knows who where. And so, yeah, our old 74 Mazda RPU with the 455 olds in the bed and the jet boat headers sticking out the back, that thing's gone. Which it begs a lot of questions, like, why steal that truck? It's a rare truck, but ours is junk. And it's recognizable junk. So what are you really going to do with it? And there's been a lot of theories tossed around. Some of the local law enforcement have indicated that there's a large meth problem in the area and that tweakers are just stealing cars and ATVs and UTVs and just driving around, putting them in friends' backyards. And, you know, that thing could very well still be in Blythe in somebody's backyard. But for now, we don't know where it is. It's gone.
But I will admit, my wife came and said, "Hey, did you see about this?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I've seen a million people post it." And she said, "I assume that's just fake for the end of the Roadkill show. Is that right?" I said, man, where's your head? No, I think it's real. I think somebody really,
we don't fake Roadkill, man.
I think somebody really took it.
I
I'm
was on
assuming
an
it's,
airplane when I found out.
I'm assuming it's gone and you'll probably never see it again. That's just guessing. That's too bad.
It was probably already in Mexico. I have two theories. It either went straight to Mexico or is in a backyard in Blythe. But the odds of us seeing it again are pretty slim. So
the trailer it was on, you had posted, and then I saw a picture of it. It was a nice trailer. Was the trailer secured to the truck?
Yeah. It was a real nice Gym Glow trailer that's easy to tilt and unload a car from. Yeah, that's one of the selling points. It's real easy to get your car on and off the trailer. So this truck was pretty easy to get on and off the trailer. And was it secured? I don't know. I honestly, I was on an airplane headed back to Georgia, so I don't know all of the circumstances. But yeah, I don't blame anybody. You know, thievery is what it is. If somebody wants your stuff, you can do whatever you want. Secure it 9 ways to Sunday. If they really want it, they're gonna get it. So
y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband.
That, unfortunately, is the truth. I remember when I was 7 years old, I got a Schwinn Phantom for my birthday. Blue tires. It was awesome. My first BMX style bike, my only BMX style bike. And then I left it in the garage with the garage door open one summer night, and then somebody stole it. And I was just crushed. At 3 or 4 days later, the police called and they had found it because in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you had to license a bike and it still had the license on it. And I was so excited because we went down to the police station to get it, and all that was there was the frame. And it had been stripped. And seeing it, manhandled like that made me feel worse than if it had been gone. And my dad would have none of it. So he took it to the Schwinn dealer and said, put all new parts on it, and probably paid 2 or 3 times as much to rebuild the old frame than to just buy a new bike. But I remember from that point forward, I never treated my bike the same. I'd always make sure that it was inside locked up. I even went to the Osco Drug once to buy a candy bar, and I tied it to the outdoor 25-cent candy machine just so it was secure to something. I locked my van is sitting outside while I'm in the office here. I locked it, and I live in a safe town too. It's crazy.
I had a similar experience. I saved up my paper route and money from mowing lawns for I don't know how long, and bought an 88. I think it was an 88 and a half Haro Sport, and loved that bike. I maybe had it 3 weeks because I rode to 7-Eleven, went inside, was playing video games. The bike was parked right outside the window next to the game I was playing. And I was all into the game, came outside, gone. Had to walk all the way back home and tell my dad I lost my brand new bike. It sucked. And later, not the only car I've ever had stolen, but the most important to me, my friend Shane had built a 71 Datsun 240Z in high school. And when we were in college, I bought it from him. And I was bagging groceries at a Vons in Diamond Bar, California. And it was my turn to get the carts, went outside, didn't see my car. For half an hour, I walked around in circles just in denial that the car got stolen. I just told myself, you forgot where you parked it. And the cops found it not very long after in Compton. Totally stripped, just gutted. And some parts put back on it to transport it. Like whoever stole it had a Z car, had a later model Z and put later model wheels on it, their crappy steering wheel, like stole all my good stuff off. And I was so crushed, and you could see fingerprints all over the car. I was just so disgusted that somebody else, same deal, manhandled the car, that I actually sent it back to the junkyard. I didn't even want it. I let my brother take whatever parts he wanted off of it for his Z, and then thing went to the scrapyard. Which I regret doing now, but it was
years later,
like
I would
being
come to
violated.
regret this. It's the violated
I totally
part.
regretted
Yes.
it later. Yeah, but I just felt violated, and I feel that way about the Mazdarati because the Mazdarati, like it's a crappy truck, but we've worked so hard on it, and even though, the thing has failed to run tens every chance it's had, and this last shoot was no different. It sucked. But I just love the thing, part of it's a mini truck. Part of it is, it's a Mazda, rotary powered truck, even though it doesn't have the rotor anymore. It's kind of rare. It's one of the best looking mini trucks ever made. And some dirtbag has stolen it. So it's a sad day. Let's get past this. Let's talk about happy stuff.
It is that time of year. Do you know what time of year it is?
Kwanzaa?
Maybe. Is that a Christmas thing?
No. Ish? I don't know.
I'm honestly not sure.
Maybe.
Well, here's what I can tell you. Thanksgiving is next week as we record this, but Christmas is just around the corner. And Mike, that means something large and in charge is headed down the chimney, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. That's right. Santa's got a brand new bag, and that bag is MeUndies. Depending on the ones that Santa chooses, the ones that I would choose. So we have an all-new Christmas ad for MeUndies, and I found on the internet the Muzak version of Jingle Bells. So I thought we could do the ad to Jingle Bells. Let me try this here. I have listened to this about 3 times. This is a great version. Find it on YouTube. Muzak Jingle Bells. So here's what we got here. MeUndies has their coveted micromodal fabric, 3 times softer than cotton. If you've never felt this fabric, get ready to experience pure bliss in underwear form. You can also get a style that is perfectly suited for you. Men and women can each choose from about 4 different cuts. I know which cuts I like best, and they're all available in classic colors and adventurous prints. Speaking of adventurous prints, Ike. Prints. It's the holiday season. MeUndies will be releasing a new print every Tuesday. That means you'll have no excuse not to celebrate the holidays right down to your very core. That's the core I'm talking about, of course. But why stop at MeUndies? This year, MeUndies is launching their holiday prints in lounge pants and onesies as well. Both are made from the same micromodal fabric as their undies. I have the lounge pants in my possession, Mike. They're good. They make everything feel good. Do you understand my words here, Mike?
I understand them. I'm just trying not to picture them.
Oh, I think you'd like it. And it's a fan in my household. I can assure you. So here's what we got. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners for any first-time purchasers. When you purchase MeUndies, we're going to get you 50% off. 50% off your order and free shipping. That's 50% off the most comfortable undies you'll ever put on and free shipping. So, Mike, you get the call to action. Fire away.
Oh, Kibbe, you're so right about this. And listeners, to get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to meundies.com/KAFS. That's meundies.com/KAFS.
It's a nice read right there. Should we close it out with? This is such a good song. It's a good version.
I feel like that should be like the Christmas version of an episode of The Dating Game or something.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I just found it on YouTube. Whoever those people are, dead by now, I'm sure. But full credit to them. Full credit to them. Thus concludes...
They're dead, but winning at life.
Yes, the end of our show of death.